Chita, we've just finished a very interesting conference on cross-border quality assurance. What do you think the major takeaways are from our discussions?
There's a core set of standards that would cut across, even though we're in different regions, but there are common elements. So we can start with that as an initial first step. And of course, this one that you said about nonprofit institutions and mobility of students, I think that's really a welcome development, and it's a growing phenomena in our region. So while there are other grants, from Europe on the EU Share project, for example, but I think for us in the region, working with the United States and your CIC and CHIA, this will be like a breakthrough, a major breakthrough.
Well, I see this as a real opportunity at a time when all around the world there's increased interest in studying across borders and completing a degree by studying at more than one institution.
Yeah.
In the United States, this is very well developed of students transferring from place to place, but it is increasing internationally as well. One area where we've not seen as much activity with U.S. students is with the Muslim world. And we're very eager to increase that activity given the importance of the relations between the Muslim countries and the U.S. You've had great success in the things you've done, and I wonder if there are clues in what's been done in your region or in the Philippines in particular that others would benefit from.
Yeah, I guess, well, we have colleges and universities like in the southern part of the country. We have the Notre Dame University, and about 90% of their students, belong to other religions, although they're Catholic. And there you can see that somehow when they're together, religion doesn't matter at all, because there's a chapel for the Catholics, another chapel for the Protestants, the Christian, and another one for the Muslims. And they also study the Quran and the Bible. So this interreligious dialogue is happening. And what we want to do, well, I guess if the other countries, let's say Indonesia and Malaysia, I'm sure they're also open to, welcoming students and having some kind of activity, joint activity, like spending maybe one semester or a month and really getting to know the people and the values. So I'm sure it will be something that's really meaningful. It's the exchange of students. Mm-hmm.
Our conference group was very optimistic about possibilities for the future. Mm-hmm. I wonder if there are any big hurdles that you're especially worried about overcoming as we try to address these issues.
Okay. I think in our region, the difficulty would be bringing up all of those other countries that are still, struggling with setting up their own quality assurance agencies.
Because are you worried about the American institutions, CHIA and CIC and others, playing too big a role?
We have been working with the EU. We have had arrangements with them and activities for the last 50 years. So for us, it's a welcome development that finally, because we all look up to the United States, you will find kindred souls among some of those nonprofits, small liberal arts colleges, and there can be many activities that can be discussed.
I too was struck during our conversations by the similarities between the Philippine system of higher education and the United States system. But in that sense, our relationship is different from the relationship between either of us and many of the other countries. Yet you've managed to forge a very effective regional organization on quality assurance.
Yes, and they've looked up to the Philippines because we're the oldest. We're 60 years of quality assurance just in the Philippines. And the other countries, we've been helping them. So in a way, the good thing is, they respect us and they know that the strengths we have is because somehow we're following your footsteps and also avoiding the pitfalls that we see. So in terms of institutional and program accreditation, we are able to do both. Because we started with program accreditation, but institutional accreditation is anchored on program, because like we want to go to all of this engineering, nursing, all of the disciplines, and that we have shared. So we have helped like Cambodia, Laos, Vietnam.
Thank you, Chida. It was a pleasure to talk with you.